Beautiful afternoon. We welcome everybody to People and Politics on Ipako Radio from here to the world. And I'm yours truly, Olanire Olusegun, the mayor of Lagos City. Talking about impact, I want to tell you yours truly, the good people of Ifako Jaye, Lagos, Nigeria, and wherever you're watching from in the globe, that is going to be a wonderful session on People and Politics today, as we have one of our own, the son of the soil. Yes, the name of Bawole is an household name, no doubt. Get to anywhere in Ifako and ask for Bawole. They will give you a direction. It's a life of nobody. And our discussion this afternoon is also interlocked with community development, vis-a-vis philanthropic activities and what have you. We're talking about impact, no doubt, and you can join us on 091-222-27433. Yes, that's the number to call in, 091-222-27433. May I also advise you, you can share, you can like, and also drop your comments, questions, suggestions, contributions, recommendations on Facebook. It is Ipako Radio. On Instagram, Ipako_radio. On YouTube, Ipako Radio. On X, formerly Twitter, Ipako Radio. On TikTok, WhatsApp channel, Ipako Radio. All right, welcome you once again, and we have in the studio, son of the soil. I want to reiterate, Aishiva Prince Kodri Adewale Lawa of Bawole, the Bada of Ota Kingdom. Bada, we're pleased to have you in the studio.
Good afternoon, my brother. I'm also happy to be here today.
Should I also tell you that the good people of Ifako, we want to hear from you, and they want you to speak up so that they will know that yes, there's only one Bada in house. Yes, they are saying the picture, but they also want to hear from the son of the soil himself.
Yeah, I mean, thank you. As you said, I'm High Chief Kodri Adewale Lawa of Bawole, the Bada of Ota, which is the first founder of the Ifako that we are now. So thank you for welcoming me.
It's our pleasure to have you in house. And Bada is also with the spokesperson of Bawole Vanguard, that is Mr. Azim Salako. We are pleased to have you in the studio.
Good afternoon, Ifako, Lagos, Nigeria. I'm Azim Salako, the spokesperson of Bawole Vanguard, and I'm pleased to be here with the mayor of Lagos.
God bless you. Thank you so much. It's our pleasure. may I tell the good people of Ifako, Lagos, Nigeria, that Aishiv and Prince Adewale Lawal Obawole is an illustrious son of the Obawole royal family of Ifako, Lagos, and this is also Ifako Radio. So it is interlocked, and is a descendant of the distinguished leaders of the established, of those are established Ifako. There is no way we will talk about the story of Ifako, and we won't have to point to the Obawole family. I can tell you categorically that the land that Ifako Radio is also situated was as a gesture of the extension of the Obawole kingdom. So they play host here. So far, how has it been?
It's been fine and good.
Let's look at it since the demise of the head of that family, Chief Lamidi Obawole.
Obawole family, we are still together.
Sure.
And I'm happy that you mentioned Obawole. I mean, my dad's name, Lamidi Lawal Obawole. I think I am trying to follow his trend, because in Ifako, a lot of people know him very well, and it's very generous. So he was very generous. So all what I'm doing right now, I learned it from him. And the Obawole family as a whole, we are together, all of us, the children, the wives, everything, we are together, and we are still one as Obawole family, and we are holding its foundation solid, so he won't do more than he did while he was alive. So
yes, that is the expectations of our fathers, so that we can surpass them in whatever achievement.
So we are not relenting. So with the little effort and ability that I can do, I've been trying to do that within Ifako, and also extend it to our source, which is Ota. But everything about Ifako, we the Obawole family, we take it as our priority, because I'm sorry, I'm going to say Yoruba.
Definitely.
So no matter,
it is allowed anyway.
Okay. So no matter where we are, the first thing is about the development of Ifako. The people of Ifako, it doesn't matter if we are Yoruba, Hausa, Igbo. We are all one in Ifako. So which has been our priority. And I, as the father, I've been trying to do that in different ways. And I'm promising Ifako people that we will still continue to make sure Ifako remain Ifako. So that's what I can say for now.
All right, that's a pleasant one. And may I ask, Baba was a Bada of Ota Kingdom.
Yes.
And as God will have it, God called him as and when due. Information also revealed that you assumed that same position. If we look at it traditionally, the office of the Bada, some assumed that those that should occupy that office should be those of old age, or should I say older age. But you're still very youthful, you are young, you are vibrant, and you settle for a traditional title, a community responsibility for that matter. How easy?
I'm not going to say it's not easy, and I'm not going to say it's easy, but I will try to say something right now. In the olden days, even before you can become a king, must be at least minimum of 50 above. But now we see our kings even 30 years. So there are some things that are changing, and I will say something again, Yoruba. So the good thing is that I have a lot of elders, which you know. Now I mean in Obawole family, so it wasn't my intention, and I never for once said I want to become the Bada, but everything just happened miraculously, because all the elders in our family were like, okay, we want you to be the Bada. I was like, no, the thing, my priority then was that we want this position, this chieftaincy position, to come back to our family, because we don't want any, because it belongs to us, and it's the moment we lose it, that means we we are gradually losing Ifako because the Bada of Ota is the first settler in Ifako. So if we lose that title for anything, that means we are gradually losing our heritage and everything. So after a long internal deliberation, I wasn't the only one that came out in the family, like 3 or 4. But at the end, they decided that okay, that I should settle for it if I want it. Like, I don't want it. I don't that because I stay in the US, and thank God for the King Olota of Ota. He spoke to me as well, told me a lot of things that doesn't matter. That now, if we actually want future for our family and the faculty or something, it's better for vibrant young people to be there than old people because there are a lot of things and education is very paramount. So after a lot of things, okay, let me see how it is, and it is not easy. I'm sincere because there are a lot of responsibilities, like both in Ota and Ifako, a lot of responsibilities, but alhamdulillah, thank God, I'm trying to do it more. The only good thing about it is that even before I became the Bada, I have been doing things for people. So I imbibe that from my parents, both my dad and my mom. So it makes it more easier for me because paramountly, if you're a leader, the most thing is to cater for people that are following you, or either they follow you or not. Just ignore, do what you want to do.
All right, Bada, let's look at the year of assuming that office. How many years now?
So it's 2001, 2021.
2021 till now, that is about 6 years.
Is it 6 years?
2020. Okay, sorry, 4 years. This 2025. I was fast forwarding to 2027. All right, and will you say you had the experience you needed to assume that office before you got there in the first place?
Not really, but I was learning as time goes on. But another thing is that I'm happy that I served in the United States Army. So that also built me mentally, physically, morally, and in all aspects, and also education, because it has to do with how to relate with people. So, but as time goes on, and because it deals with culture, tradition, and the people.
That's community responsibility.
Exactly. So, but as time goes on, I'm still learning.
With the fact that you were not based in Nigeria at the time you were selected, and information review, you're still shuttling in between Nigeria and the US. Are you facing any challenges, putting in consideration the distance from US to Nigeria?
There's no distance. I don't have any distance because I've been coming to Nigeria. I come to Nigeria 3-4 times because I love Nigeria. I love Ifako. I love my people. So I don't see any distance. I don't see any distance or something.
Now the responsibilities, do you see them as challenges?
They are not challenges. Okay. They are not challenges because it is, like I said earlier, something that I love doing. So when you love doing something, even no matter the stress and everything, you won't take it as stress. So it's like, okay, say you love doing this. Now let's push this to you. Let's see how you do it. Alhamdulillah, God has been wonderful. Because I've been seeing support from people, even from my friends in America. But I've been seeing support from them, from my family, from people in Nigeria. So there's nothing. I'm mentally fit.
Beautiful. Physically also fit.
Exactly.
As a military man anyway. Once a soldier. Azim, let's look at Obaole Vanguard. Obaole Vanguard. The name has been making round, and people have been talking about the Vanguard. What is it all about?
Thank you, Mayor of Lagos. Obaole Vanguard is a combination of a political movement and also a civil society. It's a mixture of both.
Okay.
And it's been around for a long time.
How many years now?
Say 6 to 7 years.
Okay.
Prior to even when Bada emerged as the Bada of Ota Kingdom. You know, he has a reputation of elevating livelihood, particularly creating hope for people, economic-wise. You know, he is such a young man who want to see people thrive in their business. He is an individual who likes to create wealth, and he wants to intervene in his own area to see that happen. And that's exactly what in my view engineered the need for us to have Obawale Vanguard.
But some people already opine that Obawale Vanguard is just to bring the Obawale family together and probably for welfare within the family.
Of course, welfare is one of the tripod principles.
But is it limited to
but I'm going to say that the welfareism is not purposed to elevate the welfare of the family of Obawale.
Okay.
But the entire Ifako people, and in extension, Ota. You know, there's something we need to do that pre-colonial era, the boundary in Nigeria, Africa, the natural boundary, they are not superimposed, and so geographically, Ota, Ifako, they are the same, you know. But
I think you have to make a better clarification.
Of course, you know, it's because, you know, the derivation that we are saying today, what we call Ogun State, Lagos State, Ekiti State, they are creation of Western bureaucracy. You know, pre-colonial era, there is nothing like Ogun State or Lagos State. You know, Ota, these are Ota Kingdom, but for administrative conveniences, colonial powers needed to
come up with the demarcation.
Needed to demarcate, and in that demarcation, they did not, and that's one of the problems you know, that we are facing in post-colonial Nigeria. Those demarcations were not amenable to socio-cultural socio-cultural similarity.
Okay.
So some of these boundaries were offensive. In the case of Ota and Ifako used to be, should be the same, you know, but they created that superficial boundary to say that Ota is now within Ogun State and then Ifako is within Lagos State. But culturally, the boundary still remains one.
As in, let me ask you this before we proceed. I know the Bada is from Ifako.
Yes.
As a matter of fact, school here in Ifako.
Yes.
From Zekoka,
African Church.
yes, African Church, and to Fagba, all within Ifako. Are you also from Ifako?
Oh yes, yes. My maternal grandfather, late Chief Alhaji Salamu Junaid Otegbeye, built his first house in Lagos State, here in Ifako, Iyowawi State. Matter of fact,
okay,
the name Iyowawi is eponym to him. So I have his first grandson.
Wow.
And I live here in Ifako.
I have to raise that question because of the historical facts you were bringing up.
Of course.
And I want to know that
of course,
the good people of Ifako will want to know that it's really coming from one of them.
Of course, yes. I grew up in Ifako, Iyowawi Street. All right. So, but the point I'm trying to raise is that Obawale Vanguard is to support the people of Ifako in an area of civic responsibility. on another side, it's also a political movement because there is a limitation, there is a constraint to philanthropy. The constraint is that you are limited by taking decision.
Okay.
You have the capacity to assist people, but you do not have the capacity to make decisions, political decisions that
affect the lives of people.
Helps people and helps to deepen philanthropic effort.
All right, so let's take it one after the other. Let's look at the welfare aspect of it, adding value to the lives of people, making impact. Now, the journey of 6 years or 7. Any child that was given birth to 6 years ago should be in primary school by now. Have you been able to actualize some of those things that you primarily set in motion?
Of course, yes. Of course, yes. And
we want to enumerate things.
Yes. And let me also assure the public that in a couple of days we will be, sending out, bulletin that is more or less like a compendium of with pictorial evidences of some of these things that I will be, highlighting a few of them, particularly in the area of education. Education is paramount, to the Obawale Vanguard, and particularly to our principal, High Chief Quadri Obawale. And you will remember that when he was introducing himself, and he was also reflecting on his journey, even as the Badder of author, he made mention of how education has really helped him, to endure the responsibility. So for him, education is very key and paramount. And then we have been able to do a lot of things in that area of education. In terms of scholarship, we have numbers of people that are currently on our scholarship. And there are some people that we even, monitor even after graduation to see to how they can be gainfully employed, because we found that responsibility is not just assisting people to acquire education.
Yes,
it is also important.
That's the end result.
It is also very important that they are gainfully employed, so that that activity can be completed. And aside scholarship, we also have hundreds of people that we give free JAMB forms every year, and then amongst the best students, we also have packages for them. In fact, that is one of the bold that.
And you said that we have pictorial evidences.
Of course, that's one of the mold that we use in selecting our scholarship students. When we give out JAMB forms, you obtain forms. They are always free. We have our offices, and then you go for the examination. We also tutor. We organize tutorial. We then select best students, about 10 sometimes, and then we list them in our scholarship program.
All right.
Aside free JAMB forms, we also engage in continuous education. Recently, the federal government of Nigeria, announced its interest and intention in vocational training, which is called TVET. I can assure you, we will also give the records out. The Obawale Vanguard sponsored more than 20 students, to obtain the form for TVET. And then we also organize tutorial, and of course, we also have candidates that were eventually selected, and now they are now enrolled, for that program, and it's very unprecedented in IFACO. In fact, many people begin to know about the program, the federal government program in IFACO, when we brought it closer to the people. Nobody was aware, but with the Obawale Vanguard, we did not only bring the program to the people, we created awareness, and then we engage people to participate. And by the special grace of God, some of our candidates, won and then now enrolled in the program.
I would love to ask that is this just a social responsibility? But you already indicated that at least for authority and decision making, there is a political affiliation
Absolutely.
to it. But let me quickly ask Bada, are you still in the military in the US?
Yes.
Okay. As a military man, I saw a video not quite long, I think yesterday or day before, where you were speaking about 2027 and the reason why Asiwaju should return. What is your interest come 2027, most especially as it concerns Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu?
Because the first thing is that I see that Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, ever since he became the president of Nigeria, he has been doing wonderfully well. Like you said, I live in the US and I know how Nigerian politics is. I never believed Tinubu will do a lot of things, change things like this, because we are used to all these Nigerian presidents. Even if they want to do it, people behind, with them will. But I don't know exactly. But I see that Tinubu has some magic or miracles that he actually retold to himself, not until he got to that position. So, and with the love that I have for Nigeria, I believe if everybody vote for Tinubu to become the next president, and Tinubu is able to complete his 8 years successfully, there will be a lot of changes, not only in Southwest but in entire Nigeria. So that's why I'm clamoring for people to support Tinubu for 2027, because he is the man.
All right, he is the man.
Yes.
Come 2027, do you also have any political interest?
Like I said at the world meeting, that
Which party is that?
APC.
Okay.
Yes, APC. I was there last week, so because I was invited, so I was there. So I told them that when the time comes, I will definitely announce my intention if there is going to be any. But for now, because I'm brother of Ota and the Obawale family, that doesn't say that I should not involve in politics, which I've been doing even before I traveled. So, but what I've been doing in terms of philanthropy or other thing, I was doing it not for political awareness or anything.
Reason.
Exactly. I was just doing mine because I love to do it. But like what Azima said, so no matter who you are today, no matter anything, it is always good if you want to enhance and develop and promote that thing, you have to involve in politics to gain the momentum and other things you want to do. So that is why. So I'm in the military in US. I'm in politics in Nigeria.
All right, with your military orientation, do you think these will work in we collaborate each other? Politics in Nigeria with your military background. I don't want to name names. We have a lot of military leaders that have assumed office here in Nigeria. But to an extent, some people were not comfortable with the style of leadership.
Yeah, you just said it. That is military in Nigeria. So
let's understand the differences.
The thing is,
because we are looking at everybody to the general public.
Okay.
Is a military man. Is a military man. That is what they will be chorusing. So if there is a difference, I think you should enlighten us.
There are a lot of differences. But the first thing I'm going to say is that I have a military man in the US. The moment I go to Mauritania, the military aspect of it, I drop it down, even before now. So nobody can even say, oh, not just people that are close to me will say, oh, so it's a military man or whatever. Because anything that has to do with culture, tradition, I dance, I live with people, I spray. But Nigerian military will not. If you see them, even without uniform, what's going on? So all those things, but it's different. And the way we are being trained in the US, I don't know how the Nigerian military have been through something, so I don't want to say anything negative or something. But
Mm.
that doesn't because you are military doesn't take you from whom you are, your family or social responsibilities. So all those things, even in Nigeria, before I traveled, either you want to praise the military man or you want to welcome him or you want to fight. You can't even near a military man in Nigeria. But over there, they'll, even with your uniform, you don't have anything, you put on a uniform, they'll be thank you for service. Thank you for service. So they appreciate, the citizens appreciate the military there. And even without money, anything, you just have to like, and the way the military people behave in, I mean, maybe the corporal to lower rank or something, but things are changing. So I don't want to say anything that has to exaggerate because this is Nigeria. I'm Nigerian no matter what. I'm Yoruba, and anything that has to, if I see any good thing there, it is my responsibility and duty to come down bring it back on. This is how we do it. This is how it ought to be. So this is how. So this is the way it is. So that's one of the reasons. I'm like, okay, the political aspect of it. If we venture into it and we get some things, a lot of things will change because in Nigeria of today, no matter how rich you are, no matter anything, if you don't have the political power or influence or anything, you won't.
All right, if you get involved, a lot of things will change. We are going to go on this short music break, and when we come back, we'll still have Bada and the spokesperson of Obawale Vanguard in our. are still People and Politics from Ifako Radio, and it is from here to the world. We still have the High Chief Prince Quadri Adewale Lawal Obawole, the Bada of Ota Kingdom, and also the spokesperson of Obawole Vanguard, Azim Salako, in house. And you can follow us on 091. You can call in rather on 09122227433, 09122227433, and follow us on Facebook. It is Ifako Radio. On Instagram, Ifako_radio. On TikTok, WhatsApp, X, formerly Twitter, it is also Ifako Radio. And on Facebook, we have Esther Polabi that says forward ever. Oyetunji Taufik. Okay, we are going for break now. Oh, we have Jami Obawole. Okay, calling our attention to something here. Esther Folabi also emphasizing, saying the man of the moment. God bless Ifako Jaye, and so on. Those are your fans, followers, and the good people of Ifako Jaye. All they are trying to do is to show our support. That is a solidarity support. But Bada, earlier you said the military out there is different from what we have in house here because of our ways and manners. The same I want to believe with politics.
Oh, excuse me, let me correct that. I mean, when I say it's different, it is not that maybe one is better than the other. I think we in Nigeria, we are still in shock of the military regime. Probably, maybe that's why, the reason why we are always scared of military men in Nigeria. Because according to the history, the military ruled for more than 30 years, if I'm right, from 1966, I think.
Yes, 1999.
Exactly, 1999. So that's even more than 30. That's like, yes, like maybe 30 years or plus or something. Or 66, 99, no.
That's
50 years.
close to
exactly. So it is not easy because that was the way we've been. Nigerians have been dealing with military or the way we've been brought up. Okay, military. So just
the ordeal will always be there. We cannot erase that.
Even till date, even we are in democratic system of government. Some people still call it maybe decree or something. That instead of command or something. I correct some of my friends that no, those are terms used by the military. This is a democratic system of government. So probably maybe that's the reason. Because maybe that's the reason why people are scared or fear about Nigerian soldiers or something. So that I think that's what I can, because in the US there's nothing like that, because I don't even know if there was any coup or something, even if it happened, maybe it's in something.
All right.
Exactly. So
I think even when you explained earlier, you made that clarification. You only want to emphasize on it. Nevertheless, politics in Nigeria is different from politics in the Western world.
yes.
The question is, are you really prepared for Nigerian politics?
Can you please tell
Putting in consideration, you've been away for about a decade or more,
okay.
living abroad, and doing your stuff, exposed to Western culture, civilization, and a lot of people will want to move from here to the other part of the world. But you have been privileged to be there, and you're saying, okay, I want to come back home to add value to the lives of these people. Don't forget that you can take someone out of the village, but you cannot take village out of that person. Politics in Nigeria, it is complex, unlike where you are coming from. The question is, are you really ready?
Okay, before I answer that question,
Okay.
I will go with your last phrase, that you can take somebody out of village, you cannot take the village out of the person, right? If I'm right. That phrase simply means it is because I'm Nigerian. That is what I'm trying to come with. But the Nigerian in me is bringing me back home.
The people of Ifako, we just want to know.
I'm just saying, I'm saying it. And also, I was born in Nigeria. I was born in Ifako. My primary school was in Ifako. My secondary school was in Ifako. I went to Olabisi Onabanjo. In
Nigeria.
Yes, in Nigeria before any other qualification or that thing. I did different program and certification in Nigeria. So I knew what is going on in Nigeria. And also, like I said, because I'm in the US, it's not as if I'm just coming back home now. I always come to Nigeria, which you know yourself. Which you know yourself that I always, yes or no.
It's all about the good people of Ifako now.
I'm just saying.
It's not about me.
Yeah, I'm saying. So it's not as if maybe
If they ask me outside, I have an answer. But the people that are listening and also watching from the
okay, so I don't come to Nigeria so often. Even to the extent when I traveled, I came back to Nigeria to marry my wife here in Nigeria. I did not decide, okay, I want to marry white or whatever. Marry a Nigerian Yoruba lady. We have our first child here in Nigeria in Ifako. We went back to the US, and ever since I've been coming to Nigeria. So there are a lot of, I don't think there's any activity that is done in Ifako
that you've not been part of.
Exactly.
So you're saying you're ready.
So everything that has to do with Ifako politics, it is in me, because when my dad was alive, there's nobody that want to venture into politics or want to assume any position.
I will not come for his blessing.
Exactly. So, and also all these politicians, political leaders, all those political leaders, they do come to our house and even to my mom's shop, including your dad. Exactly. So I don't see anything that is going to hinder me or stop me from actively participating in Nigerian politics.
All right. As it with your relationship with the Bada, what do you think Bada will do differently as a politician if given a chance?
Oh yes, he's going to do tremendously better than what we currently have or what we are currently experiencing in Ifako. Particularly, you emphasized on his exposure to Western civilization. I understand very well that Bada Chief Obawole is a philanthropist by excellence. He is someone, to use your phrase, even when he has left Nigeria, Nigeria has not, leave him. So the Nigerianness, which speaks to resilience, speaks to courage, bravery, and then particularly the Nigerianness that speaks to communalism, are still principles that undergird his behavior. And these are some of the reasons why he's a dear to me. And he's not just somebody who will leverage on political power, the domestic environment alone. His exposure and experience, even in the Western world, has created some unique leverages, particularly networking, social capital, that can even be used or mobilized to develop and elevate the people of Ifako. I remember that we were in the UK, I think last month. We were together in the UK, and I saw the quality first and the quality of people that he relates with. How revered and respected, people hold him, including white. Included, white industrialists, and I was like, if such, character, is elected into political position in Nigeria, then he can not just talk to the national wealth of Nigeria alone. He will also use his own influence to mobilize support of his friends outside the country. So a bada is a man of many parts. It's not just a man who, becoming a politician, will then use domestic resources alone. It's one in person who will also leverage on his exposure, leverage on his experience, leverage on his social capital, networking and international affiliation to support and make a sharp difference in the lives and livelihood of the Ifa community.
All right, the bill that was passed not a few years ago, not too young to run. Have you seen it so far manifesting in the system of governance in Nigeria, most especially the political aspect?
Well, in a way, I'm an academic, and so I really do not want to delve into that, so that it is not going to be counterproductive to this conversation.
Okay.
So the reason why I'm saying that is because ideologically, I do not draw nexus between age and governance. And that's that's one of the arguments I have held strongly. I've written so much papers about that governance, whether it is aristocracy, whether it's gerontocracy ruled by the old men, whether it is plutocracy or anything, it has no nexus with the capacity to rule or competence to rule. And in fact, most of the sustainable development that we are still seeing today, regardless of the origin time where they happened, were mobilized by young people. I'm talking about during the military regime. Those people who held the affairs of Nigeria, they were in their 30s, some in their 20s. And I can tell you that, we even have younger people, even during the Fourth Republic Nigeria, who have been given position of responsibility, and they have messed up. I don't want to, mention names, but the point I'm trying to make is that Bada, is a combination of a young man who owed a important traditional title, as a matter of fact. Because as Bada of Ota Kingdom, he is a member of the Olotare Council. And the Olotare Council is the legislative traditional chamber of the Ota Kingdom, where the Olota of Ota hold the executive arm. In other words, if he is deciding to go into legislative governance, and so he wants to contest for I'm just speculating. Then it's not going to be new to him, because the legislative activities that controls and rules the people of Ota Kingdom, he is not strange to it. He's been doing legislative.
All right, let me quickly fast forward because of our time. So, Bada, in the next few years, where do you intend to see FACO?
Where do I intend to see IFACO? I intend to see IFACO to be one of the best local government in Lagos, if not number one, in terms of capital projects, good roads, and the entire people of IFACO to be more liberated on things that belongs to them. Because I see that there are a lot of things they just assume that that they see as a privilege. But it is their right. It shouldn't be a privilege. So I want them to know what belongs to them and how they can actually get that without any negative impact on other people. So I want IFACO to be one of the best, if not the best, local governments in Lagos and possibly in entire Nigeria.
All right, as a community leader and somebody that is also youthful, what do you say? Because we're already drawing the curtain due to your several activities, our engagement. What will you say to the community leaders here in IFACO and the youths of IFACO?
Let me start from the community leaders. That I appreciate how they have been handling IFACO ever since they assumed their respective position, starting from the youth leader and upward to CDA, and also CDA, CDC, and also political leaders. They have been trying a lot, and I pray to them, and I pray to God to always enhance and empower them, because it is not easy. So, and you can't do more than what you think you can. So, but to the youth, we still have a lot to go, and we still have a lot to do, because we presently we are the youth of today. Before 10 years now, some of us will be grandpas or something.
Definitely.
Even some of my female friends are already grandma. I got the same secondary school for about years.
They usually accelerate.
So the youth, so we have a lot of responsibilities, and we have a lot of part to play in Ifa culture development. So I will encourage all the youth to support the Obawale Vanguard. Most of the youth, unpolitically, they always support Obawale family. So but politically now, I will encourage them and plead to them to support Obawale Vanguard, because now we are all one. Obawale, like it's like, I think he said it before, somebody said it, just like state and capital. If there is state and capital in local government, Ifako should be the capital of Ifako should be Obawale. There's no dispute. There's no argument on that. So I, as one of the son of Obawale, children of Obawale, so I won't want anything that's going to affect Obawale, that's going to affect Ifako negatively. So I want the progress of Ifako, and that's the main reason why I'm here. And as you said earlier, I live in the US. I don't have everything, but I'm living comfortably. But just because my people. So that's what is bringing me back to Nigeria.
Okay.
And I won't be in governance and be staying in the United States. No. Before till now, okay, I come to Nigeria right now for 2 things, because it's been long that I've seen my family. Another thing is that presently, there's a celebration going on in Ota. I came for it. That's the main thing. It's a traditional celebration.
That's a responsibility.
Exactly. I came for it, and not only that I came for it, I took a great responsibility. A lot of things that I did, I invited a lot of people to showcase our culture and tradition.
So are you saying when the door opens and you see yourself in a political office, the Bada we have now will still be the Bada that will be occupying political seat?
Of course, yes. What I'm doing is intentional. What I'm doing is willingly. Nobody's forcing me. I'm not doing anything because of politics. Even the political aspect of it, people are telling me, you can do this. I'm like, no, because politician, you can do this. So when I try to consult 1, 2, or 3 people, I say, yes, these are the people that we need. Because if you keep saying things, behind the camera or something, nothing is going to change. If truly you love your community, love your place, your state or something, join them, be with them. When you do it, make an impact. Let them see the difference. And the best way to correct things is by participating.
All right, Azim, Obawale Vanguard, what should we expect from the team in the nearest future?
Okay, thank you very much. On a final note, the Obawale Vanguard as a civil society continue in its tripod responsibilities of welfareism, justice, and creating livelihood and wealth for the people of Ifako. And we can, I need to say this here, that in the next 1 or 2 weeks, we are still going to come back here to roll out massive programs of empowerment, to the people. This is outside politics. This is what we've been doing. But we want to move a step higher now. We want to do a revolution of massive economic empowerment to people of Ifako across the length and breadth of Ifako. And then to the political angle, because it is this economic responsibilities of Obawale that then, you know, caused people to say that you must go into politics. Now, to this political angle, we also want to tell our people that as a political movement, the organization is also coming with, is growing in its structure. Now we started our political movement in 1 or 2 words. Now the Obawale Vanguard political movement is now across the entire structure that comprises of Ifakon Ijaye. And so we want to appeal to our people, you know, to join the Obawale movement. You know, we stand for justice, fairness, and then welfareism. And then we can only assure them that when they join the Obawale Vanguard, they will see the reason why they must regret. And that regret will be that why have they not joined this movement earlier enough?
Yes, that has been a wonderful segment with the Bada and spokesperson of Obawale Vanguard in house from Ifako Radio. Yeah, we want to believe you enjoy the program. This is a call coming in now, and I think we should take this call. Hello, good afternoon. Yes, this is Ifako Radio. Who is calling, please? Ifako Radio. Hello. Alright, Ifako Radio is an online station, so you can only watch on all social media handles. Yes, you can watch on Facebook, on Instagram, on YouTube.
Okay, thank you.
Alright, thank you too. Yes, the caller is just interested in listening to the Bada himself.
I'll probably see his face.
Exactly. So we hope when we beckon at you some other time, you also do us the honor by featuring on radio, our online radio. But before we leave, your parting word.
What do I have to say? Let me think. Okay, I just wish everyone well. And I want us to continue doing what we're doing. And also, no matter anything, politics is different. We are one. We've been one. Ifako Ijaye has been one. We took ourselves as family. So, because we all know that politics is a dirty game. If you want it to be dirty. So no matter anything, let's take ourselves as one. This is not a do or die affair.
Yes, let's take ourselves as one. This is not a do or die affair. Those are the petty words from the Bada of Ota Kingdom. Chief Prince Quadri Adewale Lawal Obawale. We want to thank you so much for being a part of today's round. I'm sorry we won't be able to take another call. Unfortunately, people are just calling when we are signing up. Bada will be here some other time, God's willing. And Azim will also be here in the couple of weeks, hopefully as well.
And we is coming.
Yes.
27.
We'll be glad to have you guys around. Thank you so much. I remain yours truly, the mayor of Lagos City. And on this note, I say have a pleasant afternoon. See you next week, God's willing.